You're telling me I'm a teenager?
I
Before I was a
I can't believe I missed recording Beth saying dick ass lizard.
Listen, we all have feelings about Charizard, okay?
Well, you know, sometimes you're a Charmander and you go through precocious puberty, and you know,
That's really what it
Sometimes you
was.
evolve.
and
Didn't he
no
evolve
one's
out of
happy
spite
about it.
twice? Like, didn't he evolve out of spite twice? And then he just shit on Ash for the next, 12 years. Till he donated him to a volcano.
What a way to word that.
I don't remember how it went because I was a child. But it was literally like Ash one day was like, "Yeah, I don't think we're a good fit for each other, buddy. Do a real one. Have a good one." And Charizard meets like a lady Charizard, and she has like a bow, and that's her only discerning trait. And he just lives in a volcano and flies around and does like Charizard things.
Okay, well, I think that's a great segue into today. I gotta address the elephant in the room. If you're an audio listener, I just need to let you know that Mark has a sick ass pipe. He's got, oh my god, he looks like he's about to go hunting at his exotic hunting lodge.
I don't hunt humans, for the record.
But
Not humans.
in
So
that
you don't have the
outfit,
most dangerous game.
I can't legally talk about it.
I understand. Yeah.
For legal reasons, definitely not.
For legal reasons, definitely.
Yeah.
Oh, I wanted to talk to you all about April Fools, but I don't think we should since I hit record.
Max, I don't even know what we're recording today.
Just unhit record. We'll do a different cold open.
No, it should.
Just edit this cold open into the other cold open, and it'll be really jarring and different, and people will be like, "That's very edited," and you'll be like, "Welcome to the rest of the episode where we very clearly didn't splice two things together."
That would be so bad. I'm not going to do that. No,
It'll be perfect. It'll be perfect, especially if you leave this context in, and then we don't bring it up ever again.
We'll just talk about April Fools later. No, this is, what are we doing today? We're going to heaven, Will.
Goodbye.
Sorry, is that not?
I grow wings and I fly away.
Goodbye. Beth, I think I'm going to have to turn it over to you because you just lost a player.
Actually, I don't really want to DM today.
It's just me.
I don't know how to tell you this, but there's not. I don't have
a real one. Will flew away.
I'm gonna keep it real with you. The white background for my iris picture is really doing a disservice to what I'm trying to do here. That's the dove emoji, but you can really only see the shadow on the one wing and the little olive branch it carries.
Oh, see, not for me. For me, your background is brown, so I can see a million doves flying around. Whoa. Okay. Whoa. All right. If we have to start, I guess we have to start. Who wants to tell me what happened last time?
Beth, I love you.
Don't sound so enthusiastic.
Don't sound so enthusiastic.
No, I'll get there. I just have to drink more water.
Chug, chug, chug.
That's one of the that's one of the best lessons I think we've ever had on the show. Things will get better. Drink more water. What the fuck happened? Last week was crazy.
Well, I just remembered what happened last week. Yeah, good luck with that.
Yeah, so we had a plan and we basically immediately threw it out the window. Ernest literally flew out a window and he went to go talk to John the neighbor about Imelda because John the neighbor knows Imelda. What a fucking small world. She leads the sewer coalition. And in exchange, Ernest told John that he should start killing people. And then they kissed. It was beautiful. And then we went to the sewer. And we tracked down what I certainly thought was the sewer coalition. Turns out, not the sewer coalition. It was actually a group of vagrants who have taken to blocking traffic in the sewer and then interrogating anyone who comes by with pizza. And they were basically like, well, Imelda's actually been waging war on us and we don't know why. And it definitely has nothing to do with the fact that we interrogate everyone who comes by and block major hubs of traffic. And then we found out that Imelda can be accessed via Imelda can be accessed in the sewers around the rehabilitation center. So I think that's where we're going now, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Excellent. Beth,
It's the only thing I'll say is it was the sewer co-op.
what did I say?
The coalition?
What does co-op stand for? Cooperative?
Yeah. You ever been to like a co-op before?
Yeah, I'm familiar. Mario Party, It Takes Two,
Farmers markets?
Stardew Valley.
Well, it's basically the idea is everyone kind of like pools and shares and trades resources. That's what a co-op is at its foundation. At least to my understanding, and therefore the world's understanding.
Yeah. So let's go.
Don't tell me if I'm wrong. Okay. Um
We go. We
you
do
were
that.
you were pointed
Where's Imelda?
Imelda. Just running down the sewer. No, you guys head deeper into the sewers. You were pointed by that one guy who said he didn't really want to rave anymore, and got Annie Benny to start thinking about girls' nights.
Right. Can't forget about girls' nights.
So you guys kind of set off. He did warn you that traveling the sewers was a little bit dangerous, but he didn't elaborate why, nor did you ask. But that's kind of where we find ourselves. The light of the party, the warmth of the Pizza Hut is fading behind you. The sounds of punk rock tavern folk music is fading. And before you lies an onyx expanse. Long, dark, creepy hallways. It's still not like smelly or, like horrible in a real sewer way. It's just a long, dark, empty hallway. It's very quiet, and every step you take clicks against the wall and the floor and the ceiling to bounce back at you. There's a lot of doors. Oh, sorry, go ahead.
So, Ernest, have you ever been rehabilitated before? Do they have that in hell?
No.
Okay. I just want to throw this out here now while we're in this long, dark, empty, ominous hallway. If for any reason we decide we want to turn around and go through rehabilitation, I nominate you to deal with it.
Me?
Yeah, I've done it before. Abel, have you done it before?
No, but I've been there.
Okay, Ernest, how do we feel about nominating how do we feel about nominating Abel?
Rosier brings their head down and says, "Absolutely not.
Well,
I
I've
won't
done it.
cooperate with That's too bad. I won't cooperate with a plan that puts Abel in any form of danger.
It's not
And that
danger.
includes the rehabilitation center. I would be happy to escort you, accompany you, and be part of a facetious plan. But if you choose to put Abel in harm's way, I will actively oppose you."
Listen, I went through it. It sucks, but it's not that bad.
Okay, then do it again.
I don't want to do it again.
That's what I thought.
Then have Ernest do it.
I don't think I can.
He's never been here before.
I did it.
If a living human who is definitely not supposed to have undergone rehabilitation, there is a setting for it, but they said that was fake. I don't know if I believed them. I'm sure a gentleman from hell would. It couldn't be much worse than actual hell, correct?
I mean, hell's really not that bad. I just have a roommate, and we just kind of chill.
Do you it must be on like the
pick the
billionth
roommate?
floor, right?
No, I mean, free range. Like, you go wherever, you hang out wherever. I got to pick my roommate. He just had a room ready for me because I knew him.
That doesn't sound correct. At least
I'm from there. I think it's I think it's correct. I've been there for a long time now.
Why do people come here?
To
Here?
heaven?
In heaven? I don't fucking know. It sucks.
That sounds better than here, I think.
It is. I thought it would be hot. It's really not. It's perfect.
Sounds like you should have been a worse person, Abel. I think that's the takeaway that we need to have here.
I mean, no, I'm perfectly content with the life I lived.
Okay, yeah. That's until you start robbing banks or murdering people, right?
No, I mean, I don't plan to do that either.
So what is this?
This is the sewer.
No, this long, dark, ominous onyx hallway.
This is the sewer.
What are we under?
The city?
Oh my god.
Is there like a ladder that leads up to a manhole or a I'm sorry, what was it?
Progress
The
portal.
progress portal.
Yeah, is there a progress portal around
Yeah,
here?
there's a as you guys kind of walk down, you do see that there is one directly above you. There is a clean, totally functional rung ladder that leads up. Before you do head up, I do just want to say, you can kind of see now towards the end of this long hall, there's a fork in the road. Um, Still no noise, still no additional light or anything, any indication of another person, but the path ahead does split if you do continue down here, if you don't go all the way up.
Can I read the sewer directory?
Yeah, the Sioux Rectory says fork left, the bad pool, fork right, the pit.
Both of those sound bad. I'm
What?
gonna take a peek up and see if I can find out where the hell we are.
Excellent. You
I think you
I
mean
guess
where
makes
the heaven we are.
Does Abel say that?
Yes. I mean, if
Rosie,
you said what you said aloud.
Yeah. I mean, Ernest laughs at that. He goes, "Whoa, that's funny."
Rosier like gives a hearty chuckle and then like puts like a smiley face sticker on you, Abel. Ernest, can you roll, I don't know, I suppose dexterity to crawl up this ladder when you have your arm broken in 3 places and the back of your head healed by a pizza?
Oh yeah. Let me just.
Oh yeah.
You had a rough time last episode.
I did. I had a pretty rough time. I fell down. I hit my head and then fell down a manhole or a
And
progress portal.
you also fell down 5 flights of stairs.
Oh, that's true. I did. Wait, did I?
Yeah.
Yeah,
You
you
did.
broke your arm.
I forgot that. It was traumatic.
While you're rolling, is he rolling?
I rolled.
Oh, I was gonna remind
What
you.
do you got next?
What you did was we were walking down the stairs and you picked up one of your legs to emphasize a point as you were walking down. After which you tripped and fell down 5 flights of stairs.
All right, yeah, that sounds like Ernest. That sounds exactly like Ernest.
Just wanted the full context fresh in your mind.
Thanks. Yeah, surprisingly, Ernest did pass that with a hard success.
Okay, great. You managed to lift the not quite styrofoam progress portal cover, and peek above you. You actually appear to be in the middle of the downtown city, or some aspect area of it. There is a lot of foot traffic. You can see angels flying around. In fact, you almost get stepped on at least 3 different times. No one gives you like any snark or weird looks, though. You just someone glances at you, and eventually, the kind of crowd starts forming around you to go around you. You get a couple of people be like, "Hello."
All right.
What?
Do you see
What?
the rehabilitation center?
Hold on. Get your feet away from me. And he's gonna look around to see if like he can spot the rehabilitation center.
So what you see primarily is a absolutely massive orange, purple, and gold shifting coloration of a building. It looks like a giant palace, and it is directly ahead of you. To your left and your right, a series of shops, a lot of like skyscraper style buildings, a lot of weird advertisements that you can't read or makes any sense of. And if you look towards your south, that appears to be from, hopefully I got that right, from where you came. And you can see the high rise of the buildings you left, the residential area, the food number district. You realize you don't actually know what the rehabilitation center looks like, but you don't see anything around here that looks A, like a jail of some kind, or B, labeled rehabilitation center in any fashion.
Can he like reach out and grab one of the people by the pants and just tug on their pant leg to get their attention?
Yeah, roll charisma, charm.
Charm?
Yeah,
Roll
charm
grab,
person.
please.
Roll charm person for me.
I don't know if this is a charm roll, but go off.
It will be.
Did you roll charm pant leg?
I don't know,
Charm pant
Ernest.
leg.
Here's my.
Oh, go ahead, Beth.
What is it like? Is it? I'm sorry, I don't have the sheet right in front of me, so I'm just going off of my absolute lack of knowledge that Max likes to remind me of.
What is base charm?
Base charm is 15%.
Oh, perfect. I got a 14.
Oh, perfect.
So even if I don't have anything in charm, that's a success.
Yeah, so I was gonna say the reason I picked charm is because I imagine it's not very difficult to just reach out and grab somebody, but to reach out and grab somebody and not have them kick you off or like kick you in the face is gonna require an aspect of charm. So yeah, you grab a lady by the ankle, she freezes, looks down at you with these wide eyes like she's about to stab you with her stiletto, and then she chills out and she kind of squats down and she goes, "Hi, how can I help you, sir?"
Hi. Sorry, I didn't mean to startle you. Thank you for not fucking kicking me. I
Oh
got
no,
scared.
I apologize for startling you like that. What can I do for you?
Uh, Listen, I was actually wondering, what is that big building right there, the big colorful one? Is that the rehabilitation center?
Oh no, that's the palace. That's where His Lord and Majesty Abner resides. He's actually putting on a speech right now. He's going to raise the sun. He's going to change the colors. Eee, she does shakes her hands a
Oh,
little bit.
oh, that's so cool. He does the same thing. He gets excited with her, and then
You,
he's like, "Okay, just another follow-up question, if you don't mind."
of course. What can I help you with?
So if that is not the rehabilitation center, can you point me in the right direction of
Of
the
course.
rehabilitation center?
She points past on your right side, past the shops, and says, "If you actually follow that series of buildings in a crisscross diagonal pattern, eventually you'll come to a large, spacious area with a bridge. If you cross that bridge, you'll reach the rehabilitation center. You could
First,
also ask any of the angel taxis to ferry you over there. They're more than happy to do so."
all right. Oh, well, thank you so much. I really appreciate that. You have been so helpful, and if you're going to watch Abner's speech, I hope you enjoy it.
Oh, well, thank you so much, Mr. Sewerman. I hope you get rehabilitated successfully. Have a
Thank
great day.
you.
She
You
walks
too.
away.
All right. Bye bye. Um, he Do I have to? Beth, please don't make me roll to get down this ladder.
No, no, I was gonna say that was successful enough for me that you can put the cover back on and climb down the ladder.
All right. So I go and tell my friends about this knowledge. I also include the fact that we could take a taxi cab, but in order to maintain a low profile, we might want to stay in the sewers.
I mean, we're not technically doing anything wrong by not going through the sewers, but I feel like it's safer.
I do. I feel the same way. And we, if we end up doing something wrong, we're not. I swear, he yells down the corridor. Just in case, I think we should maintain a low profile. So if we go to the right up here and just follow this, we'll get to a bridge on the top side, and then we'll be there.
Is that the I checked the sewer rectory again. That's the pit, right?
That does lead towards what is labeled as the pit.
Okay, so so Ernest, that is a concept described as a pit, but also it's heaven. So that could either be like there's either going to be like half naked drunk guys in there, or it's going to be a bottomless like nightmare abomination monstrosity. Rosier, wait, we have a guide. Rosier, what's in the pit?
Rosier squints and he goes, um, it appears to be balls.
I'm
Like a
sorry.
like a ball pit or
Yeah, like some kind of
balls.
no, some kind of like pit of balls or ball pit. I'm not sure. It just if he reads and like he points to some symbols. If you read here, um, it said the texture is ball, but everything's a little bit sorry. Ugh. Everything's a little bit scratched out.
All right, I'm still going with my prevailing theories. Either half naked drunk men or nightmare bottomless something or other.
I I sure hope that there's not a nightmare bottomless balls pit over there.
I'd love to be pleasantly surprised and it's some third thing, but knowing this place, I feel like that actually could be worse. Okay, ball pit?
Ball pit.
Yeah.
Stop
Great.
it! Rosier pops a little sparkler. Some sparkles fall down and like what's like confetti like sprinkle the ground, and he goes, "Oh, darn! I've littered."
It's okay. Janitorius is gonna pick that up for you there, buddy.
He leans over to Abel. "Who is that?"
I don't know.
Rosier gives you a thumbs up, Anderson.
I give an apathetic thumbs up back. I say, come on, everyone. Head down to the right.
All right, you guys head down towards the ball pit, or just the pit. The actual hallway itself is more of the same. No real deviation, no real noise. But after a few minutes of walking, you come to an absolutely massive room, very similar to the crossroads, except that there is no floor. There is, in fact, probably just about a football field's worth of a ball pit.
I
Like
don't.
very, very I'm sorry, McBlongles. It even has like that like kind of sticky smell that like
No.
like the kids ball pit area kind of had.
No.
I turn towards oh, go ahead, Mark.
Oh, you go ahead. You go ahead.
I turn towards Abel and I say, "Okay, you probably didn't have these where you're from. Don't swim in
I've
the
seen these
balls.
before.
Don't go
They
too
have one
deep."
of these at they have one of these at Food 16.
Really?
Yes.
Sticky like this
But
one?
no, they
Maybe
have
a little bit less sticky.
they have a sanitation worker that works at Food 16.
Janitorius works there?
I don't know who that is.
It's the angel of Never mind. It's a stupid joke. Ernest, what were you saying?
Well, I was gonna propose that maybe we see if we can. Is there like a border to the ball pit, or is it just like a slope that leads into the ball pit?
Oh no, it's like a pool border. It's like if you lowered yourself into like the side of a pool, it's got a whole ledge and everything. There is no, wraparound path. There is no bridge. It looks like if you'd like to get to the other side, which on the other side there does appear to be a continuation of the room, you are going to have to find some way to cross the ball pit.
Is the edge of the pool ball pit walkable? Like if I were to stand on the edge of it and balance very, very well? Because I don't
Um,
trust this pit.
I'm gonna say not really, because when it reaches the edge of the room, there just isn't an edge. It basically goes from one end of the room to the other, and where the walls come up, where they like kind of meet the other side before it becomes the other side of the ledge, I suppose. Hello, Jupiter? Not right now, buddy. Trying to set the tension. You cannot use that to walk all the way across the room. It just drops right off.
All right,
I'm
so we
jumping in.
have to go through this.
You're
Oh,
jumping in. All right.
Yeah.
You jump in. It. Hello. Sorry, my cat's demanding dinner.
Mm-hmm.
No, close my door, please. Thank you. You
was that
jump
the
in.
cat? Did the
Yeah.
cat close the door?
No, that was my part. That was my
Cat
part.
stands up on
That was a
hind legs,
well-trained
throws a thumb,
cat.
closes door.
Jupiter. Jupiter's multi-talented. Okay, he's a great cat. Abel, you jump in. And immediately, Rosier is also in the pit with you, kind of like
Oh.
flopping around.
No, wait,
Rolling.
Rosier, come back. I want you to carry me across if Abel's going in.
Rosier is like dumping or jumping it.
Oh,
Jumping in and out of the pit like a dolphin, doing that like and like crouching his back,
no.
and then landing in, popping back up and laughing and saying, "I saw that in one of Earth's nature documentaries once.
I didn't
don't know
want
what
to
that
go
is."
in the pit.
It was incredible, Abel. It's almost like a snapshot of history stored in your home."
That's cool. Hey, you guys can just like come in. It's fine.
I really do not want to go in the pit.
Well, that's unfortunate.
Anderson, the smell of this pit is not like anything I've smelled before. You should experience it.
I have 3 kids.
Congratulations! So you're an expert. He's like swimming over to grab you.
I look desperately at Ernest.
Ernest like kind of looks at the ball pit, looks at you, and then kind of shrugs and just jumps in.
We have a magic angel who can carry people across distances.
Where's the fun in that?
Where is the stinky pit?
Anderson,
Get in.
Rosier grabs you by the ankle and says, "Rawr, now I am Apex
Hey,
Predator."
hey.
And he yanks you in.
All right, I
Uh,
swim through the
you're
ball pit.
You're stinky in the pit with everyone else. And Rosier laughs and says, "I apologize, Anderson. I'm not actually an Apex Predator, and I mean you no harm."
No, buddy, I know.
And after, I wanna make this clear. 5 minutes where you have to take some breaks and just float in this nasty pool. You do eventually make it to the other side. Nothing terrible happens. Nothing jumps out and grabs you. Nothing even like brushes at your leg. It's just Anderson, you feel like you just spent 45 minutes waist deep at the McDonald's again.
I want to like hoist my body onto the ledge. I gotta kick my fucking like pants out to get all the loose balls out.
Oh yeah, they're sticking.
Here's a fun question. Have any of y'all been in a ball pit in recent years?
No.
I have.
Why?
There was a place that me and my friends used to go that just had one, like adult sized.
Oh, like a deep one?
Like chest deep for an adult sized ball pit.
Mhm.
It's good. It supports you very well. It's a nightmare to try and swim through. It's easiest to just walk through it.
Yeah.
Swimming through a ball pit would take probably 4 times as long as just walking through it.
Yeah, this is deep enough that it's like it feels like it's about to swallow you every time you try and step, but also I understand that because when I was like a kid, there was a period of time where I did gymnastics, and part of gymnastics is doing flips on bars over giant foam pits. And when
Yeah.
you're like a little kid, if you fall deep enough, you will just go to the bottom. And I actually thought I was gonna die in one of those foam pits on like 3 separate occasions. And one time I lost a
Fuck.
sock in there. I never found it. So yeah, I think ball
Welcome
pits are
to the
cursed.
welcome to the bottom of the pit, where it's very possible you may never return.
Some older kid convinced me that a teenager died in one of those once. Like I legitimately had a fear of them, but I still did the spins because I thought they were fun. I just was like, do not pencil dive into the into the foam pit. Don't do it. Anyway, sorry. You make it out of the stinky pit. You shake all the balls off of you. You feel gross, but you're fine. And the hallway just extends.
Okay. Ernest, how much farther did they say the rehabilitation center was past the pit?
Well, in relative terms, I don't fucking know. They were talking about up above. They said there was a clearing and then a bridge that would lead to the rehabilitation center. So I'm assuming we probably just crossed the bridge.
Okay. That's sort of what I was thinking too. So, are there any signs of a co op?
Looking down the hallway where you're at, not really. But you could go down. There's a few doors. That you could just see. I don't think you guys have tried any doors since you came down here, but you could try some doors. You could wander around,
Yeah.
explore a little bit.
Give me a door. I'll take door number 4.
All right, you walk up to door number 4. It is unlocked, so the door actually swings open when you push it down. Inside looks very similar to the room that you found Ernest in, which is just a very empty onyx chamber. There's absolutely nothing in there. Do you go inside?
Hello?
Hello? Hit right back.
Hello?
Was that your echo?
Hello?
Are you Hang on. Hello?
Hang on. Hello?
No.
No, 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 no.
I closed the door. I'm not doing this today.
Yeah, you something wet like wriggles out from underneath the gap in the door, like the size of a hand. It grabs at your ankle and just drags harmlessly backwards under the door. But you do have a weird, gross handprint on the hem of your pants.
You guys saw that, right?
Saw what?
I didn't
The
see nothing.
the thing? The wet
Nope.
thing that just slapped against my guys.
No. Ernest looks down. He's like, no, I don't see nothing.
There's a-
Rosier's like, guys, I found something over here.
What'd you find,
I walked away
Rosier?
from Anderson.
Rosier is squatting near a door, a couple doors down from you, and says, look, the bottom of this door has some kind of scratch inscription in it. I haven't noticed that in any other tile or door that we've passed since we've come down here. And he points, and there is what looks like some hastily made scratches. Not that they really confirm anything, say anything, or indicate in any direction, but it is a human looking made scratch. Deliberate.
Why, that's a human-looking made scratch if I've ever seen one.
You know, I was
Deliberate.
thinking the same thing.
I
That's
don't like you guys.
So
Get outta here.
distinctly human-made.
Drive it. Shut up.
I
It
opened
looks pretty intentional too.
I opened the door.
All right, you open the door, and like the other rooms you've seen, this is just an empty onyx room. Unlike the other rooms you've seen, it's very small. As in the wall is maybe about a few inches away from where you're at.
Okay, that's different.
Can I knock on it?
You knock on it, and one of the bricks in the middle of the wall peels back, and a set of eyes peeps through. They say, "Password."
Co-op.
Password? Co-op?
They squint, and they're like, "Who sent you?"
Oh
Imelda.
Well, we're just coming here.
no, Imelda.
We got our
Imelda.
friend here for Imelda.
Imelda. Okay, hold on. And the brick pops back in. There is a very muffled but poignant shuffling noise, and then the bricks start. I love Freya, just fucking rubbing all over you.
I don't know what she's doing right now.
And then the bricks start coming down as if someone's bringing, like, physically taking them down from this wall one by one. And when it's basically about a doorway cleared, you can see a person with shaggy blonde hair and glasses, standing in a long white coat, their arms folded behind their back. And there's about 4 people, 2 on each side, holding what look like improvised pointed sticks and pointing them at you. Um, and the blonde person says, "Okay, well, if Imelda actually sent you, Imelda would have given you the password, which is not co-op. So I'm gonna ask again. Who are you, and what do you want?"
Okay, listen. Imelda didn't actually send for us. I'm actually her husband, Ernest Hawthorne.
Yeah, the
I just
blonde
came
guy look
looking for her.
blonde guy. When you first say the first part about the husband, he rolls his eyes, and you say your name, Ernest Hawthorne, and he gives you a weird look. He says, "Wait, I'm sorry. What'd you say your name was?"
Uh, Ernest, fundamental misunderstanding, Hawthorne.
He squints, and a couple of the guys nudge him, and then the guy in the rightmost drops his stick and goes, "Oh my god, Abel!" and runs over and gives you a big hug.
Hey everyone, it's Max here for your regularly scheduled ad break. I gotta keep it nice and short this week. I just want to say thank you so much for listening to A Little Slice of Heaven. Thank you for making the show a part of your week each and every week. That means the world to us. You should know the drill by now about what would mean the world to us if you would do. And if you have the time to do a little bit of that this week, that'd be so special. That'd be wonderful. If you have any questions about the stuff, be sure to let me know. And of course, need to thank our wonderful patrons, Mango, Amanda Grondar, Morgan Wilbrandt, Emilyn Laderna, Charlie Rose, and Marco Malmstrom for their continued support of the show. Thank you guys so much. That's it. That's going to be it this week. We're going to keep it super nice and short. So let's get back into the madness. Really hope you guys are enjoying this. I know I am. Until we speak next, stay safe, drink lots of water, and have a wonderful...
Abel, you may roll no for me. Roll no.
Okay.
I'm just chopping fucking liver over here.
Oh my god,
This
it got
guy's
so
a
bright.
chopped liquor over here.
Yeah, this guy is a bottle of scotch.
That's been
Six
chopped
times over.
in half.
Scotch on the chop.
Scotch
block.
Where the fuck is? Oh, okay. Yo, I got points in that. I just need my pretzels.
My pretzels.
That's got dual meaning for me today because I do actually have a snack with me, and it's strawberry yogurt covered pretzels.
Oh, that sounds so good.
They're really good. Costco has them right now. They're like $4 or $5, I think, for like a 2-pound bag.
Dang, in this economy, that's a good price.
Hard success.
Okay. Abel, you recognize this as Anthony Purple. One of the
Fuck.
very shut up. One of the very first people that you ever welcomed when you got your job at Heaven. Anthony was very nervous, but you spent a lot of time with Rosier, showing him around, getting him acclimated, getting him settled. You never really saw him again, but he did, the few times you did run into him, express genuinely how much he appreciated those first few days of kindness. And here he is now, again, giving you a big hug and rearing back, grinning at you, and he said, "Abel, what are you doing down here? I didn't think you knew about this place. You're so by the book. Do you need help?"
I mean, I'm mostly here to assist my friend Ernest, but also have managed to get myself into a situation and am now part of a group where we are doing. I turn back to the other two and I'm like, should I be saying this? It's fine, right?
No, not yet.
I turn doing top secret things that maybe I'll tell you about later.
He gives you another big hug, and he says, "No problem, no problem. I understand. Just the others are still kind of mumbling over, and he turns back to him and he says, "Look, these other guys, I don't know. Actually, is that Rosier? Oh my God, that's Rosier! Oh my God! Okay, listen, these other guys, I don't know, but Abel, Rosier, they're okay in my book. I can vouch for them, both of them." And the others talk and they say, "Okay, okay." They come back from their little consensus and they're like, "All right, um, you, sir, with the white hair, you can kind of stay in the middle. Durnest, right in front. Abel, Rosier, if Anthony's vouching for you, you guys are fine. You can free range of the co-op, but the rest of you need to get verified. So if you'll follow us, please."
Verified?
don't
What
know.
the hell does that mean?
I'm gonna pay for that, do I?
Not if you're not lying. And they start kind of pushing you guys forward. Someone back there is like manually rebuilding the brick wall.
Hard job.
I don't know what time we're at. What time are we at?
The same
Like, what, like
time
40 minutes?
we're always at when you ask the question.
Is it 45 minutes?
It's actually 39 minutes and 39 seconds.
Wow, this is I thought we were gonna waste so much more time. Okay, you guys keep wandering in. This looks like a one of those large chambers that has been absolutely taken over. There is what looks like camping gear, half erected buildings, partitions, sheets, everything to just sort of like separate off some space, set up a little pseudo town almost. There's people running around, shopping, talking, painting, laughing, cooking, eating, everything. There's so much regular, happy looking people. It's almost disconcerting. And everything you've seen in heaven so far as they parade you up the street. Some people stop and stare at you. Most people don't even really bother. But uniformly, everywhere, people are happy, laughing, just looking like whatever they're doing has truly brought them some form of joy. And they lead you to the back of the room where this large purple tent has been sort of erected. And they stop you here and say, I'll be right back." Um, and after a few minutes, there's a flurry of motion as a woman bursts out of the tent, long black hair, wearing this dark purple gown. There's an assortment of bright and colorful feathers in her hair, but her bangs are very, very long and grow down to her nose. And she wildly turns her head and she goes, "Ernest? Ernest, are you here?"
Imelda?
And she turns as she hears your voice and she runs over and grabs you by the face and just kind of feels as if she's trying to map you out. She goes, "Is that really you? It's
Yes.
oh my God." She gives you a huge hug. She's crying. She falls into your arms and just weeps for a few minutes. Before she pulls back and says, "How did you get here?"
Long, long story. Long story. How long have you been here?
Me? I don't even remember anymore. I Here, come in and talk. I'm so sorry if anyone's treated you rudely. Please, this is my husband, everyone. Please, treat him with the utmost respect. And the blonde guy with the glasses from earlier kind of squints, but says, "I apologize if I was rude to you, Mr. Hawthorne."
Yeah, you gotta do what you gotta do, bro.
I'm
But
sorry. Do I need to stay outside of the tent?
Imelda kind of cocks her head and she says, "I don't, I don't think I recognize you. Hi, I'm Imelda." She sticks her hand out, kind of nowhere towards you.
Anderson sidles to position himself directly in front of the hand, offers a warm handshake, and says, "Hello, Anderson Rivers. I'm good friends with Ernest. I sort of like shoot him a look.
Fast friends.
Fast
Well,
friends.
any friend of Ernest is a friend of mine. Please, I invite you to come in. Ernest, I really need to talk to you alone if you can spare it.
Of course. I mean, Anderson, you can follow us, but we'll just take a sidebar for a moment.
No, it's fine. Maybe I'll go play in the ball pit.
But all right, you don't have to be rude about it. This is my wife, man. I haven't seen her in a
No,
while.
it's not you. It's not you, and it's not Imelda.
Okay.
I'll
All right.
listen. I get it. This is an AB conversation, and I'll see you later.
All right. Well, and Ernest looks around to the other people, and he's like, "Be nice to my friend, please." And he
Yeah,
points to, especially the blonde guy.
yeah, the blonde guy is like kind of gone. He's disappeared very quickly. Abel Rosier, you were like camped up, like you got stopped halfway on the walk over to Imelda Town. And someone is now braiding flowers into your hair. They're not real flowers, but they're paper flowers. And they're telling you all about how they made them and how they like made the paper and the printing and the perfume. And Rosier has taken off his mask for the first time since any of this has started, and he's truly happy as he's looking around in wonder. He's never seen anything like this. Um, Anderson, you kind of get shuffled into the tent where it's warm. Someone puts you in front of a little fire with a warm blanket, gets a warm pastry and a cup of tea. Someone else pats you on the head and then hands you a book.
Thanks. What book is it?
Chicken Soup for the Teenage Soul, Volume 7.
Anderson grimaces when he looks down, but when he looks up, there is like a genuine smile on his face, and he says, I need you to know this is by far the nicest thing that someone has done for me in at least the last 2 months.
The lady who kind of walked by and absentmindedly handed it to you stops and turns and gives you this like genuinely sad look, and she sits down and she says, "Hi, my name's Clarissa. What's yours?"
Oh, that Anderson. Anderson Rivers. Hi, Clarissa.
"Hi, it's so nice to meet you. I'm so sorry to hear that you must have really suffered. Heaven's not really what any of us expected, but if you need to
Oh.
talk about it, I'd be more than happy to listen. We're all friends here. We're all trying to help each other out here."
Anderson's gonna roll common sense to see if he wants to just absolutely unload on this woman. How did we do, Anderson? Nope, not good enough. Yeah, Anderson's just gonna start venting.
Excellent. We'll come back to this. Imelda takes you, Ernest, further into the tent, to what looks to be like a private little living space. There's a cot. There's a cute little candle. There's like a million and one paintings, pinned to all the walls. And she brings you inside, sits you down, takes you by the hands, and says, "I lied. There's actually two things I need to talk to you about.
Okay.
Firstly, she kind of brushes her bangs out a little bit, and you can see her eyes, for the first time since you've come down here, are milky white. She is blind. She was not blind when you knew her, and by all leading points should not be blind here, but she is. She says, "I don't know if it's been clear or not, but unfortunately, I had a bit of an accident, or well, heaven had a bit of an accident with me, I guess."
So this happened to you while you were here?
Yes, it's it's part of the reason I started doing this. It's part of the reason why I tried to start the co-op. It's a little bit bigger than I imagined it would be and was striving for it to be, but I don't think that's anything to complain about either.
How did that? How? I thought you were supposed to. I mean, look at me. I'm not old. I'm in my prime. How
Yeah,
did this? Well, why? Why?
so was I when I first got here. It was well, my experience hasn't been typical. You know Dandy's daughter, little Addie, Adelaide?
Yeah.
She's never going to get into heaven because of the circumstances of her birth. She's in some ways part demon. And I found out when I got up here somehow that I'm part angel. And that is an abomination in the eyes of heaven. So I didn't come here as a citizen human spirit. I came here as their prisoner. And they, I mean this, tried to rehabilitate the angel out of me, and it didn't work. And now I can't see anymore. But,
So, oh, okay. Sorry.
uh, sorry, but at the same time, I don't regret it. I'm not even angry about it anymore. It's been so long. It feels normal, but if this hadn't happened, if I hadn't gone through what I'd gone through, I never would have been able to do any of this. An angel just let me go one day, brought me down to the sewers and just set me free. Said it was wrong, and I took that to heart. So that's what this is. I'm sorry to meet again like this, but this co-op, this is heaven. And I don't know how you got here or when or why it's so late, but let me be the first to welcome you to heaven, Ernest.
I mean, what this is you started this.
I did. After that angel let me go and told me that he thought what Abner was doing was wrong, I told him he was right and that I would do anything to help him help other people like me, if there were others or just other humans. All I'd known was the rehabilitation chamber. So when I eventually got up to see the city, in a sense, I just found it worse. It was just more of the same. If you try and emulate a human society, you're going to end up with a human society. That's heaven's biggest problem. But I thought, you know, maybe an experiment, we could do better. So I just brought a couple of like minded people down with me. The angel who helped me out, he helped me get a couple other people out of the rehabilitation chamber, and we started the co op. And we've been doing it ever since. He still works at the chamber. He still helps me get out some of the more negatively affected. And every couple of weeks, we pack up the co op and we move to another part of the sewers.
I mean, if anybody was going to improve heaven, I knew it would be you. This place, it's not what people think it is, and I miss you. I I, I wish I could be with you, but I'm so happy with what you're doing here.
She touches your face and smiles, and she says, that means the world to me. I've wanted you to see this so badly, and I'm glad you're here. Whether it's forever or not, I need to tell you something. Something I was trying to tell you before you died.
Okay.
We had a baby.
His
You-
jaw fucking drops.
she like feels it happens. She laughs and she says, I shouldn't laugh. It was incredibly sad, actually, but I I found out I was pregnant not too long after you died. I thought I suspected, but I didn't know. I wish I told you at the very least, but we had a son. And I named him Clifford because I know you like dogs like that.
Ernest like picks up his jaw and he like wipes a tear from his eye and he's like, how was he the last time you saw him?
Perfect. He looked just like you. He had your eyes and your hair. I think he had my smile, but I didn't
That's
really know.
for the best.
And he was perfect. He was an entrepreneur, he was an adventurer. He didn't really know what he wanted to be. He wanted to be everything. Had an obsession with zucchini for some reason. He liked antiques and he liked collecting things, and he wanted to make something of himself. And the last time I saw him, he said he was going to go west and he was going to make the Hawthorne name a name we could be proud of. And I told him I was already proud of him. And I wish I could have seen him again, but I tell you this because I don't know where Clifford is. And I'm worried that if his time is going to end soon and Heaven's time is so weird, I don't know. I don't want him to go to the rehabilitation chamber for the curse of having been born from me. If I've got angel blood, so does he. So that means no matter what, Heaven will claim him and he's going to go there. And so I selfishly am not just doing this for the betterment of the society of people who live here, but I absolutely refuse to let our son go through what I did. But I also don't know if he's dead yet.
But we Hawthorns tend to live a long time, so
Yes,
it,
but
it might
we
be a
also
little bit.
we also tend to die rather unexpectedly.
Yeah, what if he maybe if he went out west, he'll have a better time than we did. But I, I already said it, but I'm happy that you're doing this, and I don't think that it's selfish to have not necessarily an ulterior motive, but in the back of your mind, of course, you want to do this for our son because just because he's part angel, it's not fair. He can't help that, and you couldn't help that. I'm just I'm so I I'm so happy to see you. I met a guy named John, and I jumped into his window, and he told me about you. It was
John? Is that
John.
the bank robber? Oh my god.
Yeah, he's moving on to bigger, better things now. I convinced him to give up his criminal ways, and
Oh, we've been
he's
trying for years to convince John to move on from bank robbing, but he just said there's nothing out there that really interests him that's better than that. We've tried everything, painting, we've tried having him print his own money, designing money, building the banks, architecture, anything to really to fuel that creative outlet. What did you tell him to do? She looks so happy. She was expecting your answer.
uh, I can't lie to you. I told him to murder. I
What?
blamed. I was just so happy that he knew
What?
you, sweetie.
Mental. I can't even say your name. I'm so mad. How long have you been in heaven? You came in here and you.
I mean,
I'm sorry. I'm letting that get to the best of me. I'm calm. No, I'm not.
I will. I still have Top here. I can find him and talk him out of his murderous ways. I will
would be.
fix this, but I was just very focused on finding you.
That you turned a man to murder.
Yeah, he just was so happy about it, and I didn't want him to rob any more banks.
They got rid of banks because of that man.
Yeah. But he still had the money. He's got to move on, Imelda.
That's a murder.
I'll fix it. I'll fix it. I swear.
I trust you. I love you, and I trust you. I'm choosing to trust you. Okay. Well, that's my big news. Everything I wanted to tell you. She wiped some tears from her eyes. I know you're not just here to catch up. What are you doing here?
There's a lot at play right now.
Do you want to get your friends together first then?
I think that would probably be for the best. I think it's definitely a group conversation.
All right. How about this? I'll go arrange for a dinner. Just us.
Okay.
You guys look like you've she sniffs and smelled like you've been through a lot. So how about this?
Yeah.
We'll have a nice dinner. I'll arrange for some lodgings and some showers for the night. And whatever you need, I'll try and help with tomorrow.
I appreciate that, and I'm sure my friends will too. And I'm just so happy to see you. And I just want you to know I've missed you every single day. I had Stolas keeping an ear out. And that's why I came here initially. But you'll find out more once we have our conversation.
I'm sorry. Are you telling me you've made it all the way up here from actual hell? You didn't just die and now come to heaven?
I'm not. I'm not going to heaven, sweetie. That's not. That's out of the cards for me.
That's what I thought, but I that's incredible and impossible. Okay, yeah. And she exits and starts directing orders. Anderson, how's your conversation with Clarissa going?
I'm so glad you asked. Okay, so it's and then he said he had to stay behind because if we didn't come back and the harvester went away, who was gonna take care of the kids? And then it got shoved through the portal, and then Atticus got kidnapped by a hand in the sky, and I just feel like if I didn't send The only people who give a fuck about me off to go hunt down that fucking chrysanthemum hawthorn.
Clarissa is like, and then what would have happened if you hadn't sent the people who loved and cared about you to go to fight down a guy? What? Hello?
Oh, fuck.
And that is
That's a perfect revelation.
that was really good.
Oh, that was a fun episode.
I love Anderson finally making connections.
Chrysanthemum hot dog. Oh,
Chrysanthemum
oh.
Hawthorne. Hold on a second.
So excited
She's
for
like,
Ernest
hold
to come
on,
out.
keep talking. What do you mean?
She's like, no
Hello?
external revelations. How does the story end? What happened?